game 1 of the playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
The league versus Caitlin Clark, and that is just absolutely false. It is unfair to the women that have been there building this league to this moment so that Caitlin Clark's popularity could take it to the next level.
Caitlin Clark is set to miss an astonishing 23 days of league action, at a time when viewership is already sliding following her playoff exit.
And it looks like we're not going to be seeing Caitlin Clark play basketball again for another 200 days. An ESPN reporter said at the end of the Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun Game 2 that Caitlin Clark almost definitely will not be playing basketball this offseason. So no overseas and no 3-on-3 unrivaled league.
Experts and fans alike are declaring they're done with the WNBA, vowing not to tune in anymore. But before we write it off, let's break down just how massive Caitlin Clark's impact has been on the league this year. You're not going to believe these numbers.
Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
Believe it or not, Caitlin's announcing stunned fans everywhere. But now analysts like Molly Karam and Monica McNutt on ESPN are about to find out who the real face of the WNBA is. With Caitlin gone, attendance is projected to hit an all-time low this season.
I wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference, she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting. If she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
Caitlin Clark, the Iowa superstar, has officially closed out her rookie season in the WNBA. And her impact has been nothing short of transformative. The sharpshooting phenom, celebrated for her deep-range scoring and elite playmaking, captivated audiences all year, fueling record-breaking attendance and viewership wherever she stepped on the court. Her remarkable debut season, however, ended sooner than many hoped, with a tough playoff loss to the Connecticut Sun cutting short what could have been a deeper postseason run. Still, Clark's influence on the league is undeniable. She was a driving force behind the Fever's league-leading attendance numbers, both at home and on the road, and her presence has reshaped the spotlight on the WNBA.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
Whenever Caitlin Clark was on the court, arenas were jam-packed with eager fans. Many traveled from across the country just to see her launch from deep, thread pinpoint assists, and flash her electrifying basketball IQ. Her performances were magnetic, pulling in massive crowds and elevating the Fever's national profile. As a result, Indiana quickly became one of the most watched teams in the entire league. But now, with Clark out of the playoffs, the WNBA finds itself in serious trouble.
The Caitlin Clark effect is definitely real. I mean, we can all see that. However, experiencing it in person is totally different. I was at the Fever in Indiana game last night, and the amount of 22s that I saw on the way to the arena and inside the Capital One Arena might as well have just been a home game for Caitlin Clark. Not Indiana, Caitlin Clark. The thing is, that didn't surprise me. But what did surprise me was how packed the game was.
And it's not just Fever fans feeling the void. The entire WNBA is already experiencing a sharp decline in viewership with Caitlin Clark out of the playoffs. Weekend matchups, which normally deliver some of the league's biggest numbers, are projected to take a steep hit without her on the national stage. Fans weren't just tuning in for their teams. They were tuning in for Clark, whose electrifying performances made her must-see TV. She transcended the role of simply being a player for Indiana. She'd become a true superstar whose influence stretches far beyond the Fever. Her absence isn't just a setback for her team. It's a major blow to the league itself, as Clark's gravitational pull was the driving force behind the WNBA's surging audience.
Caitlin's departure, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full swing.
It's rare for a rookie to shake an entire professional league to its core, but Caitlin Clark is anything but ordinary. From the moment she set foot on a WNBA court, she demanded attention. Her electrifying performances immediately vaulted her into conversations typically reserved for all-time greats, with many comparing her impact on the WNBA to what LeBron James and Stephen Curry brought to the NBA. The energy she generated went far beyond her own fan base. Clark became a league-wide phenomenon. Her unique ability to score, and while still orchestrating the offense, made her a true unicorn on the floor. And now, the fact that so many fans have tuned out the WNBA playoffs without her presence speaks volumes about just how massive her influence has been in only her very first season.
Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today.
Looking back at Caitlin Clark's season, it's clear fatigue played a major role in the Fever's inability to make a deeper playoff push. Clark shouldered a staggering workload, playing nearly as many games across college in the WNBA as NBA stars endure in a regular season. In the span of just a few months, she went from leading Iowa to the NCAA Finals, to jumping straight into her rookie campaign with Indiana, and then immediately into the playoffs, without much time to rest or recover. Given that brutal schedule, it's no surprise she looked like she was running on fumes by the end. Yet even through the grind, Clark still delivered at an elite level, showcasing her endurance, basketball IQ, and relentless willpower. Against the Sun, she poured in 25 points, dished out 9 assists, and brought her trademark fire and intensity to the floor. Still, as valiant as her efforts were, basketball is a team game. Clark tried to put the Fever on her back during crucial stretches, but the lack of consistent support on both ends ultimately sealed Indiana's fate. Even in defeat, though, Clark proved she's not just a rookie learning the ropes. She's already one of the league's defining
floor ultimately sealed their fate.
With Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not nice.
Fouls became an unfortunate storyline in Caitlin Clark's final game as well, with several questionable calls going against her, sparking frustration from both fans and analysts. Many even questioned whether she was being officiated differently because of her rising star power. Those calls disrupted her rhythm and limited her ability to fully take control of the game. Still, Clark never lost her composure. Despite the setbacks, she stayed poised, kept pushing her team forward, and tried to will the Fever into the next round. But without consistent offensive help from her teammates, and with the Suns' relentless defense, her heroic efforts ultimately fell just short.